What's up, everybody? I am back. It's Wednesday, and I'm doing one that I've actually been thinking about getting to for a few days now. Haven't listened to it yet. The song is by MACKLEMORE. The song is called HIND'S Hall 2, the follow-up to the song Hind's Hall. We'll get into it in just a second. I do have my coffee, as always. A couple things to bear in mind. Please remember I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I just do this because I'm passionate about it. So please don't expect me to be coming at it with a super high level of detail. And don't be a dick. I'm not afraid of being a little bit abrasive. And I am pretty confident that there will be some responses to this that I will not appreciate or agree with. I'm prepared for that. But I will say, let's try to keep things respectful. I will try to be thoughtful in my analysis, and I would like people to be thoughtful in their responses as well. With that out of the way, let's get into it. This is Hind's Hall 2 by MACKLEMORE.
Time we will be free. One day when the light shines, we will be free. In our lifetime, we will be free. And they can bury us, but they will find out we are seeds. Because I know of every massacre we suffered. The Nakba, Sabra, Shatila, and Rafa. My people have died a million times in their struggle. Still they rise from the tide like a rose through the rubble. I see God himself in the eye of a refugee who'd rather die a martyr than live a life on the sea. So if I'm not allowed to say from the river to the sea, then from the Rhine to the sea, Palestine will be free. Still they know they can't shake us. $1 billion sword to the neck. Death cannot break us. And every Palestinian refugee holds a key. One day we will return, no matter how long it takes us. Lifetime we will be free. One day when the light shines, we will be free. In our lifetime we will be free. And they can bury us, but they will find out we are seeds.
I'm grateful to be alive. You appreciate life when you survive a genocide. Look in my eyes and tell me what you see. Ran out of tears to cry right till Palestine is free. Got a problem with a system that doesn't want us existing. Turn a city to a prison that's missing living conditions. My mom's calling, she's telling me she kinda scared. I hear the bombs falling, I smell of death up in the air. My uncle lost his children, I lost my cousins. His tears water the grave to let him know we still love some. Our schools turn to shelters for the rich and poor. I just pray for peace when I speak, I don't wish for war. Bodies laying out, ain't nothing to play about. I give my people hope, cause I'm the first who made it out. I'm just walking the path, this is God's plan. Building up my dreams with the rubble I touch with my hands.
لو دفنونا نرجع نزهري. They done woke up the world now. We know who you serve at the White House. To kids and guys on my bow right now. I'ma ride for your life like you were my child. Long live the resistance if there's something to resist. Had enough of you motherfuckers murdering little kids. PC for a minute, I was trying to be a bridge, but there'll never be freedom by pleading with Zionists. World screaming free Palestine. We see the manual, we know how you colonize. You'd be surprised by how many fucks you actually really don't give when you take away the power of the almighty dollar sign. Fuck the allure. We'll boycott the stores. Capitalism killing us, that's something we can't afford. They want us to hate each other in the interest of war. Afraid of the mosque and afraid of like the menorah. Hey Kamala, I don't know if you listening, but stop sending money and weapons or you ain't winning Michigan. We uncommitted and hell no, we ain't switching positions because the whole world turned Palestinian. I see the murdered children in Gaza and I see my babies. Life being stripped from the bombs we're making. When will Congress decide a Palestinian's life is just as precious as an Israeli's? We don't own the earth, don't own the earth. We're killing each other over some lines in the dirt. We bleed the same blood, feel the same hurt. Palestinian life, does it have the same worth? What happened to us? What happened to us?
All right, I need a second. Let me just gather myself. I'm not a big demonstrative guy. You know, my username is a joke, obviously, because of the way I tend to carry myself, the way I tend to talk in these videos. You know, I'm not a big high energy guy. I was working with some effort to keep myself composed through that. I have been, yeah, I'm on Twitter. Been on Twitter for a long time. And I have seen, just more dead kids than I think really anybody's supposed to see in their lifetime. And, you know, I have it easy, relatively speaking, because I don't know these dead kids. They're not related to me. They're not mine. Who would have thought in 2010 or whatever it was, when Thrift Shop came out, that Macklemore would end up being one of the most based high-profile musicians in, I don't know, the English-speaking world? I will say, you know, I'll say briefly, yeah, the song's good, right? The beats are good, the music is good, the rapping is good. This is all incidental. That's not, the point is not the music, right? Now, if you want this to be successful, if you want it to reach people, if you want people to get into it, it does help if it's catchy, right? So there's craft to it, and there's a reason to doing craft. But really the point of this song, I mean, really it's the visuals, but it's the message, right? It's not so much about, is it a banger? When you know, are you going to play it at the club? I don't know what club's going to play this, but it's a statement. And, you know, I will be very transparent. I mean, you can see I got this right here, right? It's not much, you know, I understand that. It's not like a big loud statement or anything. People still get mad that I have that. People still get mad about that. You know, whatever. But I will say, to be clear, to be explicit, what is happening in Palestine is a genocide. I don't say that lightly. It is legally considered a genocide. Has been for a long time. Israel, their leading politicians have been explicit about their goal, which is to remove Palestine from the map, remove Palestinians from the land. They already operate an apartheid state. They already control the lives of Palestinians, entry and exit, access to religious sites, access to water, food, power. They can just turn it off at will. Obviously, maybe not as big of a problem now, considering half the infrastructure in Gaza has been bombed to shit and they've blown up all the hospitals. And people say, well, they're using human shields. They're the bad guys. They're using human shields. So, of course, we have to bomb a school or a hospital or a playground or a UN building. We have to do it. We have to do it. They're holding human shields. What do you want from us? They're hiding behind people. And I would say to that, whenever I've watched a movie and somebody's taken a human shield, only the bad guy kills the human shield. Now, I will say there are occasionally times when the good guy has to shoot the human shield because it's like his partner or something, and they have an agreement, right? He doesn't kill him, he just shoots him to show the bad guy how committed he is to whatever. Okay, that is occasionally true in movies, but pretty much if you see a human shield and you see somebody disregarding the innocent life that is being used as a shield to protect the person behind them, and they just kill them both, you're not supposed to be on that side. You're not supposed to think that's the good guy. There's no evidence even that they are using human shields. There's evidence that the Israeli military uses Palestinians as human shields. That's documented. And I'm willing to even say, probably it's true, that there are people in Hamas who use human shields. Sure, I'm willing to concede that point. But that does not mean you get to blow up an entire hospital. Those two things don't mesh. I have never really felt like I'm going crazy as much as I have in the last year. Watching what I can see, what's being filmed, what's being broadcast from both sides. I'm seeing from both sides. The bloodthirst on the part of all Israelis. Not all, but most. It's the main concern in Israel that I have heard is that it's not going fast enough. I mean, they want the hostages back. Sure. Hamas offered to return the hostages on October 9th, over a year ago. Well, not over a year ago, nearly a year ago. And Netanyahu said no. Israel has killed multiple hostages, at least like half a dozen, if not more, we don't know. And I don't say that to say that they're, I don't say that to say anything beyond, I don't think that rescuing the hostages is their number one priority, because if it was, they'd be negotiating instead of bombing, right? They're not doing that. They want to do this. They just opened up another front in Lebanon. I will say also, to be explicit, any anti-Semitism I see in the comments, removed, and you can go to hell. I have no interest in that either. Okay, contrary to what actually the media would tell you, it is possible to be principled. It is possible to be principled against Zionism and expansionist military tactics and apartheid government and genocide. It's possible to be principled against those things and also not be anti-Semitic. Okay? So, I will leave that to you as a challenge. If you would like to criticize what is happening, if you would like to criticize policy, criticize away. If you would like to blame something on an ethnic group, I will delete your comment. I will also cuss you out first. Just so you know. I say, all that stuff at the beginning about being respectful, and I do mean it. But if you come into my channel and you start saying wild shit, I will respond. Maybe you feel good about it, like, oh, I baited him. Listen, I got time. I got time and anger, and I am not afraid to blow you up on my own channel. So I would just say, yeah, if you want to start something, you will not get very far because I will just remove it, but I will call you names first. So decide what you would like. Credit to MACKLEMORE, he is pushing harder than a lot of musicians who we would expect to be at the front of this. You never know. You never know who's gonna turn out to be better than you thought they were. So credit to him. Credit to the survivors, the beautiful children of Palestine who are going through stuff that I cannot conceive of and are just trying to get to the next day and then the day after that, and maybe they have to live without a leg or without their eyes or without a hand or an arm. They're doing amputations with no anesthetic because they don't have any. It's anybody that can see that and remain hard-hearted, remain committed to the cause of Zionism, is a person with whom I will not break bread. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Not a very fun one today. I didn't try to make this funny, or it's not the sort of subject matter that I feel comfortable doing that with. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you were moved. If you weren't, sorry. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. Be good to each other. Drink lots of water. And don't talk to cops.